Hey everybody, Ketwolski here, checking in with another one of our hashtag Star Trek discussions videos. Today we're going to be talking about a leaked bit of news that has come out recently that's circulating around the internet in regards to writer-director Nicholas Meyer. You guys may or may not have heard of him, but he was responsible for the fantastic film known as Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. Him and a lot of other people, but he was the director and also, I believe, was the writer, one of the co-writers for that film. It's gone on to become one of the most iconic Star Trek films and one of the best Star Trek films by many fan standards, including my own. So because of that success, the rumors is right now the writer-director Nicholas Meyer, who is working on Star Trek Discovery currently, is potentially planning to do a Wrath of Khan TV series, or a show that would be about Khan and his group of flunkies, so to speak, his augmented flunkies, on the Tau Ceti 5 / Tau Ceti 6, depending on if you're Chekhov or not. Apparently, he's going to plan on doing a very short, limited-run series that's going to deal with their time on the planet. Most likely, probably to do with right after the Tau Ceti 6, I believe it was, exploded, and how they had to deal with the sudden influx of all that sand, possibly radiation, debris, maybe the destruction of whatever settlements that they built and things of that nature. So the word on the street is that it's going to be a very limited run again, and that it's going to be based just on that very short period of time from when Captain Kirk basically dropped them off to when we re-meet Khan and his crew of flunkies in Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. My feelings on this are pretty mixed. Number one being because of the fact that I love Khan, I wouldn't mind seeing a rehash of Khan. Number two, they absolutely would need to recast. I swear to God, if we have a Uncanny Valley CGI Ricardo Montalban running around even with a fake chest, just no. We cannot have that. It would have to be recast. And then that, of course, leads me into my point number three, which is why the fuck do we really need to know this story? I feel like a better story to be told would be the eugenics wars, something that Khan did participate in and lead from an augment perspective. I think that would give us a glimpse into what Earth as a whole was like during that time period before the film First Contact, and before the Federation or any of the spaceflight shit ever came about. That would give us a glimpse into what, the Earth was like back then. Doing this show about, their time on Tau Ceti, or excuse me, Ceti Alpha 5, I mean, that's fun and all, but at the same time, like, I don't need to know really their day-to-days. I get it. I got the full story. I got the full gist just from their reaction to Chekhov being there in Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan and just seeing how they were living. I don't need to see their Mad Max level of living to understand that it was difficult and that they needed to survive on this planet, isolated and alone. So that's why I chose the graphic of the member berries. You guys may recall them from South Park. But yeah, it just seems like we're just trying to drum up more nostalgia. Now, to keep in mind that this show has not been 100% confirmed by CBS or by Nicholas Meyer, but this is not the first that I've heard of this rumor, but it's getting more and more frequently posted, and we're getting closer to the potential launch of a actual official announcement by CBS that they want to go ahead and proceed. I think they're probably waiting to see what the reaction is to Star Trek Discovery before they announce any other Star Trek shows. So we might have to wait until the end of this year in order before we see anything coming out about an official Khan series. But again, I don't think this is necessarily a story that we need to know about. I think it'd be fun to see Khan or, potentially a totally new character being portrayed on Star Trek. Why CBS, or Paramount to some degree, but really CBS is afraid of taking the show in completely new direction with completely unheard of characters is bizarre. Like, I'm waiting for them to announce the, Jean-Luc Picard prequel series when he was, you know, commander of the Stargazer. Like, I'm waiting for them to announce that. Or a prequel series about Riker and Troy when they were much younger and in love on Beta Z or something like that. Like, it just seems like we're rehashing things for nostalgia's sake, and also fear of the unknown and fear of the fact that we're not... that CBS is not sure that a show about brand new characters that no one's ever heard of is going to be successful, which goes against the basic tenets of Star Trek, which is, yeah, we're gonna jaunt directly into the unknown, even though, you know, there may be some fear. We're not gonna let that paralyze us. But right now, it just seems like CBS as a whole is paralyzed by the fear of the unknown and unwilling to progress the show beyond the characters and events that we have already seen before or that we're already aware of. So anyways, guys and gals, that wraps up my video on this. I know this was a short one, but I did want to go ahead and touch base on this and share my thoughts on this news. I'm curious to hear what everybody thinks about this. Do you think that this is a good idea? Do you also think that they would need to do a recasting of Khan, or do they do a CGI version of Ricardo Montalban, which I'm curious to hear what you guys and gals think of that. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please throw a like and a subscribe up on the old YouTube. Follow me on Twitter at RealKetwolski, and follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/RealKetwolski. And I will see all of you guys and gals next time. Live long and prosper, my Trekkies!